Ooh, hello, hi everybody. Welcome to our post summit team call. I might mute everybody real quick.
Yes, so that would be me with the big Saint Bernard being obnoxious.
Dogs, jeez. Can you hear the puppies? Yeah. Well, I have a friend joining me. I have a co-pilot joining me tonight. We'll see how long he lasts. But thanks for jumping on. I thought it'd be just good coming right off the summit and last night's surge, just to update everybody who wasn't at summit. I know we were all trying to do our best to post updates as the week was going or summit was going, but it's hard to keep up and post because there are just so many things that are happening. There are so many announcements. So if you did watch the surge last night, you got pretty caught up on kind of all the big stuff, but I have a quick list, and then Noelle and Aaron and I are going to just share a couple of our main takeaways from summit, and then for anybody that joins later or watches later, we're going to just chat a little bit about, just kind of what's next in the coaching network and why it's such a great time to become a coach and join our teams, because there are a lot of exciting things coming down the pipeline now and in the future that are just going to help us be able to support and help each other and help our teams and challengers, as well as our own journeys, which I think is super important. So I was tallying it up, and I took 18 pages of notes over the course of the 2 days of summit, you guys. Now, that was between the general sessions and the awesome guest speakers that we had, as well as the workshops that we had Friday and Saturday as well. And just so you guys kind of know, for those that haven't been to Summit yet, but are going to be going, basically it's really a Thursday to Saturday type of event, weekend basically. And we start with a big general open session on Thursday nights. Our CEO, Carl Deichler, usually opens things up, or, one of his people, one of the VPs of marketing or sales. And there's a lot of contribution across the entire leadership team of Beachbody, which is actually really awesome when it comes to things like this. And they open it up usually on Thursday night, right out of the gate, coming out with updates on all of the, or at least, I don't know about say all, but like 90% of stuff that's going to be coming out, going to be launching. And so it's really exciting, like right out of the gate. It just gets everybody pumped up and builds the momentum for the week. So I think our general session and closing sessions are both almost 2 hours long, you guys. Does that sound about right? And so there's a lot that happens, and we have awesome guest speakers, both for the general session and the closing session on Saturday night. And then in between on Friday morning, we had a big workout morning. So that was the workout where we picked the super trainer that we wanted to work out with, and what did they have, 6 or 7 of the super trainers. And so we had a 6 a.m. workout, and then we went basically right into workshops later that day. So, and that takes all afternoon. What did we have in between? Lunch. I think that was about it. Worked out, showered, lunch, and then went right into our workout or our workshops, which were great. So that's kind of the schedule on Saturday as well. We have the big, huge super workout first thing in the morning, out on the street with all 20,000 coaches, give or take a few, and then again, clean up and lunch and right into afternoon sessions, and then the closing session on Saturday. So Saturday is a really long day, but it's awesome. So, so that's kind of how the schedule of Summit works. And for me, I was looking through my notes here. Oh, relax. All right, I'm sorry, Nolan's taking some notes of his own tonight. Give me 1 second. Aha, here you go, buddy. There you go. Okay, so announcement-wise, just so everybody's fully up to speed, they announced, first of all, that the official launch going into the UK is going to be October 19th. So I think originally they had forecasted to be launching in November, so it's moved up to October, which is great. 19th, they're going to be hosting a new coach event on the 21st, so there's going to be a lot happening come October. Then the new program announcements. So we're going to get a new program called Clean Week, which, yes, exactly what Nolan said. And it's really cool. Like, I think, I don't know where it came from, but they're kind of like catching on that we're running all of these free groups to try to generate, kind of that initial interest, get people going, help them understand what support groups are, all that kind of stuff. So Clean Week is going to be a 7-day program. There's going to be a fee of, what was it, $29 to get packs of Shakeology. It's 7 workouts with the newest super trainer, the gal that they did this like, contest basically for younger super trainers. So the gal that won that is the trainer for Clean Week. And so anyways, clean eating basics, workouts, the workouts that they've designed. She's pulling through moves that are from the various workouts that we have, so she can kind of give a flavor for some of the different workouts. So she calls out like this move is from 21 Day Fix or T25, which I think is an awesome way to connect it back to help people kind of realize or start to think about what type of program might be a good fit for them. And, outside of that, you get coach support because we're going to be running these clean eating groups. And I'm sure the challenge group guide is going to be great and have a lot of good details as well. So that is going to launch in September. And that'll be kind of the first big thing coming right off of August Team Cup that we'll have in September. Then there is a new Tony Horton workout that will be launching in November called Double Time, and it is a partner-based workout. And I was reading up a little bit on it today, and it says that it's designed for ages 8 and up. And it was very cool, like seeing the promo videos. Obviously, lots of parents and kids working out, adults working out as partner workouts. So there's a lot of resistance training and different things in it, but not as intense. If you ever did the 22-minute hardcore Battle Buddies workout, as I could tell, sitting next to my husband as this was being announced, he was thinking like, oh my God. He's like, don't even think about making me do this workout with you, And so anyways, and once we watched, I'm like, see, it wouldn't be like that bad and whatever. But I think it's going to be a really fun workout, 30-day workout. And so I'm going to try to do it with Nat and see how it goes. And you, of course, my mini trainer. All right. So 2 big workout announcements. And the third one was last night on The Surge, they announced another on-demand 5-day workout. So like we had the Shaun T week in, what was that, first part of June? The Beast, Sagi, they're going to have a 5-day program with him called Hard Labor, which obviously as a mom, it's not even like a funny joke that that's what the name of this workout is, but that's okay. They did obviously not consult any mothers on the naming of this workout. Anyways, you guys can laugh at my jokes, okay? Jeez. 5 days of heavy lifting. I mean, it really sounds straight up like new body beast workouts. 5-day meal plan, and that is going to be September 5th through the 9th. And just like they did Shaun Week, they're going to release the workout the midnight prior on demand. So all week we'll get a new workout every day, and then they'll have obviously the whole week's worth of workouts will be available on demand after that. So 3 new workouts coming by November. Awesome. Did I miss anything on the product side, you guys? Oh, outside of Daily Sunshine, which is the new superfood shake for kids. I think that this is going to be an awesome addition. I have to tell you though, as I was listening to them talk about how, most kids can't finish a shake and that it's just too much, and so they know that they're not getting all the nutrition. I'm sitting there thinking to myself like, oh my God, I have a 1.5-year-old who fights me for my shake, can drink half of it and drink his own. So I'm not sure, like maybe I just make like a really good shake. I don't know. But I'm like, if I got a 1-year-old that can drink a whole shake, like, yeah, you love it, huh? Hi. Yeah, you ham. So anyways, it's designed to not even have to be blended. It's 130 calories and you little flirt. And you mix with water and shake it up and go. So for us as adults, we can drink it too. It's a great shake for a snack. Just a few less calories. There's Noelle and Erin and NJ. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Nolan. Anyways, 2 flavors, chocolate and then strawberry banana. Our kids are big chocolate fans already. Nat wasn't as big of a fan yet of the strawberry banana, but she might come around. We'll see. Nolan will drink anything, so I don't have to worry about him. Same price as Shakeology, 30-day supplies. So if you're a household like mine with kids that you want to get going on it, what were some of the big features? They called out that the calcium level is super high. It's dairy-free, soy-free, gluten-free. What am I missing? GMO-free. So like all the big ones where we have a lot of allergies, it's free of all of those things, super, super clean. I think it's going to be awesome. So anyways, I'm going to update my next Shakeology order to just be a bag of that on Home Direct. So, because we have plenty of Shakeology in our house, and I'm going to get the kiddos going on it. Right now, they've just been splitting them for desserts or breakfast, just kind of trying to get used to them. But, I mean, it's super easy, you guys. So, I know, Noelle, your kids have tried them. Erin, did your kids try them yet?
Not yet. But we got some samples.
Okay, great. Hey, relax. Awesome.
Hey, Tiffany, you know what else? We were listening to the National Wake Up Call in the car today, me and the kids, because it was all about that. So I wanted them to hear it. But I personally think the ages that my kids are at, it's going to be perfect for like after school, like an after school snack. Because one, it's snack, so the calorie and all of that, it's snack appropriate. I like the fact that you can just have like water in a shaker cup, and I think at Summit, I think it has like a little compartment underneath it where you can store the powder.
I didn't realize that.
How did it look like that?
Okay.
But I couldn't one, so but what I was thinking is like you could fill it up with water, have the powder in it. I could have it in the car when I pick up the kids, and then they could just shake it up and drink it as we're driving to practice or dance or whatever.
Yep.
So. And the same thing, like if you're like, I think for like if you're working in an office or you're out running errands or whatever, all you'd have to do is have the shaker cup with the powder in it and some water. And then if you were out running, like where you don't have a snack bar or something in your purse, that you could just have that and have, just shake it up and
yeah.
You don't have to add anything to it. Is, I was thinking like, oh, I like Shakeology. I'll just drink Shakeology for a snack. But it is cool to just be able to shake it up with water and not have to mix anything. So anyway, my 2 cents. Myself again.
Okay, cool. Great insight. Awesome. Okay, so I think that those were all the main product updates. Outside of that, the next newest and greatest exciting things are technology driven. And we are going to be getting a big overhaul to the teambeachbody.com website, as well as the Coach online office. You guys, I mean, I think about like how we've just been getting along for so long, and we just kind of deal with it and some of the nuances of the website that's 10 years old, and the new site looks awesome to me. And Erin, Noelle, you guys, I don't know if you felt the same way. I mean, it just felt like on demand, actually. I think that the flow between what on demand looks like and that experience and what you're now going to get on, or what our customers are going to get on teambeachbody.com, and then onto the Coach online office, which they said is really closely aligned to how the mobile online office is now, which I love using the mobile online office. I'm in there daily pretty much. So super easy to use and functional, what did it say, full site search function, which is going to be great. And it'll still have all of the same content. I just think that the usability and the experience, especially on the customer side, is going to be so much better. So I can't wait to see that. They're going to launch Canada first with the website in November, and then we're supposed to have it in the US in December. So lots of great things coming in Q4. Let me see. Oh, wait, the Coach Online Office, they said October. So October for the online office, November for Canadian, access to teambeachbody.com, new site, and then the US in December. So with that, two more things real quick, and then we're going to get into sharing the takeaways. There is a diamond and elite bonus both through the end of the year, so that's great. So if you are 1-star diamond or below, there is a awesome Q3 and Q4 bonus for advancing your business and holding your rank, $250 a quarter. So awesome cash in hand for advancing and building your team. And then the elite one had to do with elite points based on challenge packs. And the current discount that our club members, our on-demand members are getting, the 10% discount, is going away in September. So this was originally slated to be going away in December. I can't remember what he said, if it was based on coach feedback or just overall they wanted to advance that a little bit. So I'm going to have to look this up. I can't remember if it's by the 1st of September or end of September. Does anybody recall? I just wrote down September, that 10% discount will be going away. So this is a great opportunity to reach out to all of your customers that have the club account, have all access on demand, are on Shakeology Home Direct, and taking advantage of that 10% discount, and just reinforcing for them the value of the coach discount. So, you probably are going to get some objections about, well, I don't want to be a coach. Well, you don't have to coach like we coach. You can just do it purely for the discount, and their price for Shakeology won't fluctuate or won't change from what they're getting with the 10% now. Okay, so 25% discount plus your $16 per month coach business fee is basically a wash with what the 10% discount was. Now, the advantage is that if they're a customer who wants to order performance, wants to order Shakeology Boost, wants to get the Ultimate Reset tools or 3-day refresh, they're going to get 25% off all of those products versus just the 10%. So that's where some of the additional savings are going to be coming in. So start sharing and start communicating that with your customers now, because we don't want anybody to be blindsided come October 1st when they get their order and they're paying full price for it, okay? And also reinforce that if they were challenge pack purchasers at any point, they are grandfathered in to not have to pay a coach enrollment fee. So they will pay it to get started. Then there's a form that they fill out, takes like 10 seconds, and within 2 days they get refunded their $40. So it is free to enroll as long as they have purchased a challenge pack. All right. So with that, I'm taking a break. Noelle, why don't you go first and give your summit takeaways?
Okay. So I found it interesting that I have exactly, can you see it? 18 pages of notes from Summit for twinsies. Okay. So I was going through my notes, and like anyone that has gone to Summit before, first of all, I apologize, I'm froggy and picked up a cold while I was there. There are so many little tiny takeaways. I think your first Summit going, it's so much to take in, but after you've been there a couple times, this is my third one, it's more little comments or little things that just change your mindset on things. So I went through all my notes and it was hard to pick two, but the two things that stood out to me, there was one workshop by Amy Silverman that I particularly got the most out of. And not because it was anything earth-shattering, but she made the comment of it doesn't take a lot of people to make a great team. It only takes a couple. And I think in my mindset, I've always been thinking about building this humongous team, and you see these really successful top coaches that have these enormous teams, and it really doesn't take a team of 200 people to have an awesome team. It can just be a team of like 5 awesome women, and you have the best experience ever. So that was just kind of a mindset shift. And she really talked about it takes a lot of time to find the right people for your business. And I think so many people, just our culture, we're all so interested in like the quick fix and getting things instantly and instant gratification, that it's just a good reminder of like, hey, when you're building something that's going to be awesome, like an awesome thing in your life, it's going to take time to find your tribe. And the other thing I thought that she said was really cool was she was saying, my only job is to invite to a challenge group, invite to the coaching opportunity. Like, it's just my job to connect people to Beachbody and the Beachbody tools, and what happens after that is up to them. And that kind of struck a chord with me too, of paying it forward. Somebody else made the comment of, don't be like, this is a gift that we have. And I think about how different my life would be if I had never heard of Beachbody, if I'd never tried a program. I mean, I have a huge emotional connection to it because it literally changed my life. The first program I did literally changed my life. And I just think, what if nobody ever shared that with me? How different my life would be today. So I thought that was interesting that she was saying like, hey, my only job, take the pressure off yourself. Your only job is to get to like know people and just introduce them to it. Say, hey, I love this. It's worked for me in my life. Once you introduce it to them, it's up to them if they want to do the work to change their life. It's up to them. We take so much on ourselves as coaches of being responsible for everybody's success and happiness, which really our only job is just to make friends and connect them with tools that can help them change their life. So that was long-winded. But that was one of my big takeaways. The other thing was by, my notes are all mixed up. I'm pretty sure it was Darren Hardy that said, he was talking about like success and what it takes to become successful. And he said, what it takes to become successful is easy to do, but it's also easy not to do. So what do successful people become successful, but the successful people do it anyways. And that was something I started as well, that it's like, you don't have to be extraordinary to be successful at this business. You just have to be willing to like make the effort every day and do the things that not everybody's willing to do. And I think one of the big things of going to Summit and going to a live event is you see so many people from different stages of life, different areas in the country, different stages on their journey. And it gives you that idea of like, if that person can do it, then I can do it. Like, there's nothing spectacular about that person. So you don't have to be like extraordinary to be successful at this. And I think just the community of being connected with that many awesome, positive people that want to make a difference is like completely life-changing. So those were my biggest takeaways.
Those were awesome. I loved Amy Silverman. She was probably my favorite speaker of the whole summit.
Hers was good. Hers was good. I liked it.
Yeah, cool. All right, Erin, go for it.
Hey, ladies. Okay. Well, I had to kind of reread through all of my notes, and the first one is kind of a combination of what a lot of different presentations were about, but it was just really some like different messages that all I felt like had the same thread, and it was what I needed to hear. And I still consider myself kind of a newer coach since I've been a coach for just over a year, and this was my first summit, so it was really overwhelming, like the amount of information that I got, and I really felt like I kind of was like, oh my gosh, I have a notebook full of stuff, and like it's a little overwhelming, but it was good to go back through it and kind of like pick it all out and comb through it. So the first thing I wrote down was that you have to create belief in yourself through action. Like, it sounds so counterintuitive. You're like, I don't want to like do something until I believe in myself, but you actually have to do something so that you will believe in yourself, just through like the small actions, like every single day. And I was actually, just side note, side story, I was at my house today and I have been gone all week, and I was like looking at my plants and they were looking half dead because I hadn't watered them all week. And I was thinking, this is just like coaching, because if you don't go and water your business every single day, it's going to be kind of wilted when you go back to it, and you're going to be like, crap, no, I have to like do all this stuff to kind of like rebuild, even if it's just half a week or 1 week. It's like those, you can't just like dump a bunch of water on the plant and be like, okay, plant, grow. You have to like water it a little bit every single day, and then it'll grow. And then, it's not like it's like a ton of work you have to put in every day, just a little bit every day. So along with that, what I wrote down was, you have to take your goal and then you have to break it down. And like, I know it sounds so basic, like everybody's heard about this, but I feel like I've had my goal every month of, okay, I want to hit Success Club, but I just can't make it happen. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to set weekly goals, like they said, instead of monthly goals. And then if you say you haven't tried it all, this is Melanie Mitro's thing from her presentation. If you say you've tried it all, write it down, and you can surely find some things that you haven't tried yet. And also another one that a lot of people talked about was visualizing yourself reaching your goal, and just have it in your mind that you're going to do it. Like, don't let it enter your mind that you're going to fail and you're not going to accomplish your goal. Like, it has to be in your mind that you can do this and you're going to reach your goal, because that will give you the belief, that'll help give you the belief, and that'll also I think give you a little more confidence and a little more energy when you feel like you don't want to work on it, when you just feel like, what's the point? I'm not even going to be able to do this. If you just visualize it, I'm going to do this, I'm going to reach my goal, then it's going to give you that little extra push. And then the second takeaway that I got was from the Chalene Johnson social media training. I thought that it was really, really great. And I know that like social media is constantly changing, and what works for one person doesn't work for somebody else, but she really encouraged all of us to move towards what she's like curiosity marketing. So trying to create a little bit more curiosity by not being quite as not salesy, but just making people a little bit more curious. So not putting out all of the details about like, hey, this is the new program and like this is everything about it. Just, kind of like just putting out a little bit of information at a time, and not using all of the brand names or the company name, but just kind of, like I was thinking in my head, oh, I could do a picture of like the Shift Shop markers and be like, does anybody know what these are for? I just brought them home and I'm thinking about giving some away to somebody. Anybody know what these are? So just kind of getting people to interact with you by making them curious. So those were my two big takeaways.
Awesome. Those are all awesome. That social media training's good. Yeah, I liked that. It kind of goes back to that Danny Johnson trainings that we've done, where it's that whole, what is it? Be more interested than interesting. Like there's that concept. And then, this curiosity concept I think is so cool. And to be honest with you, like I've been trying it this week and I'm like, kind of feel like it almost kind of takes like the thought and the pressure off of the post. Cause I'm like, I'm just going to post without having to worry about like getting all the names of everything in and how am I, positioning the workout or my whatever. And, I still think like every once in a while, you still gotta seed it so that people know, what you're doing, or it's home workout related. But anyways, awesome takeaways, you guys. I had very similar takeaways to you guys as well. I think that, a couple of mine were kind of just more related to the summit as a whole. It's my fourth one, and it's crazy. I have, I've gone from that like Erin's position, like super brand new coach. I went to my first summit, March, 3 months after I started my business, and it was like overwhelming, like emotionally almost more than it was from a content standpoint, because like I had just never been in an environment, like even though I had like played team sports and like had been around athletes and fit people, I had never been in an environment where you're like around your competitors, but you're so interested in helping and supporting and sharing with each other. And that I don't know, it was just a totally new way for me to look at like, one, how women could work together, play together nicely. And two, like, I think that one of the most overwhelming personal experiences that I had that year was just in regards to watching these Beachbody Challenge winners and all of their stories. I mean, it's probably one of my favorite parts of Summit. And I, cry about every story because I just think about these amazing men and women who have literally saved their lives, have literally changed their lives beyond belief because they had a coach. They had somebody that reached out to them or supported them or just had their back. And like Noelle said, like, where would we be right now if we didn't know each other, if we had never experienced a home workout, if we always just kept thinking about home workouts like they used to be 25 years ago? I mean, we'd all be in such different positions. It'd be incredible. But so anyways, like my big takeaway was just how powerful being at Summit is. And I love the little quarterly events just as much. A Super Saturday, you can get just as much out of one of those, in a small bit. Obviously it's one day or just for like a half a day, depending on where you go, but like you still get to be around amazing people and learn. And I think that is one thing that I love about this company, and I have really come to value over the last 3 years, is that they are constantly investing in us as coaches, whether it is with a training, whether it is with events, whether it is recognition, cool prizes, whatever it is. I always feel like they are giving to us. And some of us on this call could relate to not having a lot of upline support. And that's okay. Like, I think about it more coming out of an event like this, where it's easy to be like, man, I wish sometimes that my coach was more active so I could just text her or call her and ask her a question. And then I think for like 2 seconds and I'm like, well, I have a success partner who's awesome. We have an amazing team that we are connected to that has awesome coaches in it with information. Like, we are never alone, which is really cool. There are so many companies out there, or if you go off on your own and open a business on your own, or even some other network marketing companies that we all know, like, there isn't this same type of support and training and growth opportunity. And so am just like Noelle, I look at this business as a total gift every day. And sometimes I take that gift for granted because it is easy to get busy and get down if you're not feeling like you're helping as many people as you would like to be, or people just aren't in the right place to join a challenge group or join your team. And some days are discouraging, and then you get one text about, thanks for encouraging me today. I made it through my workout for the first time in a month. Okay, I know I did something awesome for somebody today, and that's all I need, And I think about Noelle's point about the takeaway of, you don't have to have a massive team to have just massive fulfillment in this business. And I'm really grateful for that every day. So, not like crazy big takeaways, but those are just some of the things that sometimes I just need reinforcement in my own belief system and what we're doing as a team. And I love where our teams are at and where we're going. And I think that, especially right now, if you're somebody who watches this call later and you're thinking about joining a team and working with one of us as a coach, this is such an awesome time to start a business, because not only are there just people out there who need you, I feel like the gift of coaching is that every single coach has something unique to offer. Everybody on this call, so totally different, but we all have the connection of each other to help and support and grow our businesses. But at the same time, you know, I was making some notes and I'm like, what does coaching really do for us and give us? And it allows us to start creating freedom. If you work full time, but you're wanting to cut back on hours or be home with your kids, this is a great platform to be able to replace your income. Maybe you just want to save for your kids' college or daycare or whatever. You can do that. Anything you want in your life, whether it is just purely for personal accountability to stay on track with your health and fitness, coaching is awesome for that. You want to help others because you have a serving heart, coaching is awesome for that. You want to gain financial freedom, coaching is awesome. Like, there's just so many different factors that no matter where you might feel like you would like to kind of enrich your life or your personal journey, being a part of a company like ours is amazing. And being the boss is, I'm not going to lie, it's awesome. And, you know, Erin and I used to work together. We can both attest to the fact that being the boss is awesome. If you guys would like to add anything else from a new coach perspective or something you'd like to share with someone who's thinking about joining your team or becoming a coach, I'd love for you to add to that.
Okay. Everything you said was awesome, and I agree with it. The one thing that kind of just struck me, which is another one of those things where it's like, I think about if I never got into coaching, how would my life be different? And I was reminded of this right before I was getting on this call. My husband had a book out, and he's not a reader, a personal development book. And he was like telling me how he was going to go back and look at his highlighted section because he has a big meeting coming up at work. And he's like, you know, this personal development stuff, it really does affect your mindset. I mean, it was like this innocent conversation. You know, I've been talking about it for 2 years, personal development, reading books. And he's like, it really has changed my mindset and my confidence, you know, at work. And it's just a little, you know, whatever he was reading. It was like a simple conversation we were having about whatever, however he was preparing for a meeting. And I think about like the personal development is one of the 4 vital behaviors supposed to be personal development. That wasn't even something that I knew was part of it when I signed up. And I just think like how much my mindset has shifted since becoming a coach because of all of the podcasts I've listened to, because of all the books I've read, all of the things in Summit of listening to the Darren Hardy and the Brendan Bouchard and Chalene Johnson, of just those little things that get into your head. And when you're faced with really crummy stuff, because stuff like that happens to all of us all the time, like my mindset is so different now on how I attack a problem, how I rebound from a problem. And I think Darren Hardy said something once about like, it's not a matter of like, if you're going to get knocked down in life, like the measure of success is how quickly you rebound and get back up. Yeah. And I think personal development is huge with that. And I think even if you're just considering coaching because you like Shakeology, you want to get a discount, what you gain from the community, what you gain, like those little things, there's so much mentally that I've gained from it that has nothing to do with the financial benefits or the health benefits, whatever, like just mentally, it's huge. And I think that's like an overlooked component when you're talking to somebody about becoming a coach and what it could do for you. It's like, it really can change your mental state, which can totally change your life. So I know it sounds super cheesy, but that's one of the things, if I wouldn't have gotten into coaching, I guarantee you I wouldn't have this whole shelf of books over here that I've read through. And probably the rest of you can say the same, because I know you have been reading stuff too. So
totally. What are you reading right now?
I am reading The Entrepreneur Roller Coaster.
Okay.
Have you read it?
I haven't.
It's good.
Okay.
It's like anytime, and we've talked about this, anytime I feel like I'm in a funk with something, I'm like, all right, what can I read about this? Like, and that was one it just taught. It's so good. It's so good about like starting a business, the highs and lows you'll go through. It's really, really good. Darren Hardy.
Another Darren Hardy. Okay.
Yeah. It's good.
Cool. Awesome shares. And yeah, I'm with you. Like personal development, I'm like, oh my gosh, don't make me read any books on self-help. Oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into? That's like the first thing I thought about with personal development. Having no idea like that it could relate to a podcast or relate to your business. It didn't have to be like personal, but I've loved the business books that I've read too, but those books that make you get in your own head and get a little bit more real with yourself and like identifying like where you really need to work on in order to kind of work on what you need to work on in your business or your marriage or with your kids or coworkers. I mean, it's awesome stuff all the way around. I mean, there's so many cool books out there. Cool. Erin, anything you would like to add?
Well, for one thing, I just remembered another thing that I got out of Summit that was really powerful for me that I wanted to share was a few people said this, and then I also like thought it in my own head, just talking to other coaches that I met along the way that I just, struck up random conversations with, and they would tell me, yeah, I'm, whatever rank that was above me. And the phrase was, if she can do it, I can do it. And I left there thinking, yeah, like I need to keep on remembering that every single day. And it's, it sounds silly or whatever, but it's true. None of us have any kind of special advantage over anybody else. And the top person in our network has anxiety and irritable bowel syndrome. So if she can be the top coach, any of us can do anything that we want to do. All we have to do is work hard and believe in ourselves. So that is like something that I need to just write on my mirror or somewhere that I'll see it every single day. And then the other thing I just wanted to share for anybody who might be thinking about coaching and wondering if it's for them or whatever is I just would say that for me personally, it's been just a really big source of personal fulfillment. It's more than a hobby. It's more than a job. It's something that is just really, really fulfilling. Just knowing that you're helping other people and, just the benefits that come with it are just like the icing on the cake of, hey, I'm making some money that I can take a girls' trip weekend and not feel guilty about it because I'm paying for it out of my own pocket as a stay-at-home mom, doing it in just the cracks of my day that I can pick up my phone and post on Facebook or send a message or whatever. So I would definitely just encourage anybody who either is a stay-at-home mom or has a job, but their job isn't like super fulfilling. And if you're looking for something to really just fill you up and make you feel like just satisfy your purpose in life, if you feel like you're missing that, then I think this is really an amazing chance to do that. And one of the top coaches who did one of our calls for us said, the worst thing that can happen if you sign up as a coach and it doesn't work out is you'll be in the best shape of your life. So that's pretty awesome too. It's a nice side perk, right? You can put like whatever outfit that you are trying on, you can put it on and be like, wow, I look pretty good in this.
I love that. Awesome. Those are such great points, Erin, and thank you for touching on it because, it can be a little bit overwhelming to think about starting a business and like, how am I going to have time for this? Whether you have a full-time job or 3 super active kids or kids in college and kids at home or staying at home with new babies. I mean, everybody is busy. I mean, and I think that is one thing that like, there isn't a single person coaching right now that's just like kicking back, got it made. Like everybody is busy, but everybody knows that there is so much to give and receive in this business. It's very cool. And it can be done like from your kitchen table, from your phone, like any time of the day, which is, I just love. What other business can you do that besides, truly an online platform business? So it's awesome. Don't worry, I'm not having anything alcoholic tonight, even though this kid really needs to go to bed. Hey, NJ, anything else you would like to add? Are you going to go to Summit next year? You're muted. Hang on.
I bought a ticket to Summit, and I just my hubby takes a big golf trip every year, and I said, I think this is something that I want to just plan to do going forward, and what I will spend compared to what he will spend is peanuts, and so there was no objection whatsoever.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's
So
awesome.
count me in.
Okay, sweet. Well, I hope that some of the info that we shared about Summit was great. Just so you know, too, there will be replays of the workshops that will get posted for us, which will be great. We'll have those in the Coach Online office probably in the next couple of weeks. So I'll keep an eye out for those and post them into our team page just so everybody's got access. They're definitely, of course, worth listening to and gaining some of your own takeaways from, for sure. So, if you're watching this later on and you're thinking about coaching, I just want to encourage you, reach out to the person who, the coach who invited you to watch this, and ask them questions, but just know that you're going to have support, you're going to have training, and you're going to have a lot of people surrounding you who want to see you succeed and see you support others. So I really hope that everybody got a lot out of the call tonight. And if you guys have anything else to add, we'll probably wrap it up. No? Okay, cool. All right, gang. Well, thanks for joining. I'm going to get this one off to bed. You guys have a great night, and I will catch up with you later.